off the deflection as Fresno comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes the head of the
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both.
You're looking live at the historic Harbor Bridge here in Corpus Christi, Texas, where we're coming to you live from day 3 of the Mira's Baseball Classic here on Real Sports Live, coming to you from beautiful Whataburger Field here in Corpus Christi, Texas, home of the Corpus Christi Hooks, AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. And here we are between a battle between the Coastal Bend and the Alamo City, the San Antonio Stevens Falcons taking on the CC Veterans Memorial Eagles. This game on Real Sports Live via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Roku TV. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Joe Gomez manning the camera. Game 1 of 3, semifinal number 1 here. Our next semifinal will be at 2 p.m. scheduled. In our last one, the championship game at 5 p.m. It's coming from beautiful Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi. Starting lineups here for the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles and the San Antonio Stevens Falcons. After this, it's the Eagles, it's the Falcons, and it's up next here on Real Sports Live.
We are the Clinton High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
Here at Real Sports Live, top of the first inning, leading things off for San Antonio Stevens, the shortstop Jordan Owens. On the mound for CC veteran Zach Garcia, behind the plate Alejandro Guerrero. Here coming to you from beautiful Whataburger Field. First pitch on the way. That one missing, that's a 1-0 count. First pitch, 11 a.m. flying. A beautiful Saturday morning. 76 degrees and clear skies. Expect the temperature to be in the mid-low 80s. Will certainly be a fun day of baseball. We got out of here late at Cabinets. A hard hit shot down the left field. That's going to be a base hit to lead things off. Chance for extra bases. He can around first, but go back to sec first. As leadoff hitter Jordan Owens gets started off with a single here in the top of the first inning. Again, last night we got out of here pretty late from Cabinets Field. It was the first pitch between PSJ North and Alice at 9:59 p.m. Got out of there at midnight. It's a fun one. It was scoreless through 6, and then Ale Aparicio, right fielder for the North Raiders, with a walk-off win in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on first here is Owens. A throw back to first and a pickoff. He will be there in time safely on. And Blake out here, Kevin Brashear is the right fielder. On deck is Jose Verdera at third baseman. He's followed by Gabriel Cook, the first baseman. Batting 5th, Manoa Salazar at left field. Batting 6th, Jaden Lopez at center. Isaac Lopez batting 7th at second base. Adele Lada behind the plate batting 8th. And Matt Sanchez on the mound batting 9th. The throwback to first, not in time. Defensive setup for Corpus Christi Vets. Garcia on the mound. Guerrero at first. Bubby Campbell at first. Ryan Ashurst at second. Tanner Johnson at third. Jake Martinez at short. The outfield. Barrett on left. Moya on center. Ray is a bunt. Going to go foul down the right field line. Sits off here an 0-1 count now on Brashears. Scan Barrett on left. Luke Moya in center. Nick Ray is in right. CC Vets out of 29-5A, part of that fabulous 5. Alongside Moody, Carroll, King, and Veterans Memorial and Ray. Ray will be in action later on today. CC Vets led by head coach Lee Yeager. Runner going, a throw to second on a pickoff. Going to take a 1-hop. Successfully stolen base. Here's a runner, moves up 90 feet. 2-1 count currently sitting in here on Kevin Brashears. Once again on deck, the third baseman, Jose Becerra. And coming to you from Whataburger Field. Big pitch coming up here at 2-1 as Garcia kicks and deals. That one fouled back, evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the first of semifinal number 1 of the 18th annual Mira Sports Classic, brought to you by Mira Sports and More. Located here in Corpus Christi, or as I like to call it, a slice of heaven if you're a baseball fan. The 2-2 count currently sitting in. Pitch on the way. This one hammered hard to left field, and that's gonna go off foul. The count remains 2-2 as Brashears certainly had pop in his bat, but just veers off foul. Again, first pitch was at 11 a.m., a beautiful day for baseball. 76 degrees and clear skies. A few clouds looming here and there. Brashears here battling on a 2-2 count, a runner on second in the form of Owens. Garcia waits his sign from Garrera. Pitch on the way. That one fouled back to the screen, evens up the count at 2-2. Again, San Antonio Stevens led by head coach Preston Rogers. Stevens Falcons out of 29-6A. It's funny because San Antonio Stevens 29-6A, CC Vets 29-5A. Both in District 29, but in different classifications here in the UIL, both in Region 4. Garcia deals. 2-2 is a runner gonna go. Another stolen base here by the shortstop Bones. Misses here now, a full count sitting in on Brashears. Once again on deck, the third baseman, Jose Becerra. Third baseman batting third, that's an interesting fact. Huge 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. This one hammered hard to left, has a lot of kickback going on in his Barrera. And that one goes over his head as a run's gonna come in. A stand-up RBI double here for the right fielder, Kevin Brashears. These Stevens Rogers fans certainly loving it as the Falcons get on the board after an RBI double, a stand-up RBI double by the right fielder, Kevin Brashears, here in the top of the first inning. Replay on the right side of your screen, presented by South Padre Island. Find your trip at SoPadre.com. As now Guerrero going to have a quick word with Garcia. Once again, Barrera on left. That one, he tracked it down. That one just got over his head.
Third baseman number 21, Jose Barrera.
So again, an RBI double here by Kevin Brashears. This brings in Jose Becerra. Still nobody out, the runner on second base. This one hammered hard to the shortstop. Good stop to throw to first across the diamond. Takes a hop in time. So a sack ground out moves the runners up 90 feet. So another runner in scoring position at third base. Was good stop right there by the shortstop, Jake Martinez, who hops it off over to Buddy Campbell. So out number one here comes in the top of the first off a ground out by Jose Becerra as this brings in the first baseman, Gabriel Cook. Gabriel Cook coming in here, trying to bring another run in for San Antonio Stevens. Oh, Zach Garcia trying to get something going defensively for CC Vets. Huge pitch on the way. That one skips into the dirt, 1-0 count. Now we're back on dirt and grass. We were on turf yesterday at Cabinets Field, a beautiful facility. About 10, 12 minutes away from here. Huge shout out to Mira Sports and More for all their wonderful hospitality for the past 3 days. Huge 1-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike went out here in the top of the first. A lone runner on third in the form of Kevin Brashears, who still continues to take a big lead, and he's on cloud 9 after that stand-up RBI double. Coming up here now, the 1-1 delivery. That one gets past the catcher, and that's going to be another run in off a wild pitch. You can rule that an error. And Stevens takes a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first as that clears the bases with still 1 out. So a 2-0 count now sitting in here on Gabriel Cook. The wild pitch brings a runner in. And huge 2-0 pitch on the way. Gabriel Cook, the first baseman, well ahead of the count. Tips it back, makes it a 2-1. First strike Cook season is at bat. On deck, the left fielder, Manuel Salazar. As the base is cleared off that wild pitch a few moments ago, as a 2-1 count sitting in, pitch on the way. Going outside, they're going to rule a full count. It's back-to-back full counts sitting in here on San Antonio Stevens on the first baseman, Gabriel Cook. Garcia trying to get his first strikeout, out number 2 at the top of the first. 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. This one hit hard now to left. Going back on it is Varela, who tracks it down, has to fight the sun, but reels it in. And puts 2 away. Now this brings in Manuel Salazar to the left fielder. He takes his first at bat. Now the potential final batter for San Antonio Stevens. It's quickly 2 away here in the top of the first, but Stevens did tack on a few runs. Hit by Owens, he was brought in by an RBI double by Brashears. That one high and inside, 1-0 count. And thank you all for tuning in here on bright and early on a Saturday morning, day 3 of the Myers Baseball Classic on Real Sports Live. Zach Garcia trying to get out number 3. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one popped up to right field, back going on the first baseman, Bobby Campbell. And as Hurst backs him up, but Campbell reels it in. So back-to-back flyouts, back-to-back outs. A ground out, fly out, and another fly out. But the damage is done thanks to a stand-up RBI double by Kevin Brashears. Bottom of the first after this, Stevens leads 2-0. Defensive setup for the Falcons and the starting lineup for the Veterans Eagles after this. You're watching the Myers Classic on Real Sports Live.
Quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K-3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom of the first inning. Thank you for tuning back in here. Leading things off for Corpus Christi veterans, the right fielder Nick Ray is on the mound for San Antonio Stevens. Matt Sanchez behind the plate, Mateo Lara. Gabriel Cook at first, Isaac Lopez at second. Red pitch in there for a ball, 1-0 count. Joseph set at third, Jordan Owens at short, Manuel Salazar in left, Jaden Lopez in center, Kevin Brashears in right for San Antonio Stevens. Out of 29-6A, led by head coach Preston Rogers. That one upstairs for a 2-0 count. Lineup here for CC Vets, leading things off. Nick Ray is the right fielder. He's followed by the shortstop, Jake Martinez. Batting third at third base, Tanner Johnson. So both third basemen are batting third. Little interesting coincidence right there is a 3-0 count and a high outside pitch. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Homer Barrera. Batting fifth, the DH, Aiden Scott, who's in place for Zach Garcia. Batting sixth at center field, Luke Moya. Batting seventh, Ryan Ashurst, the second baseman. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Bubby Campbell. And rounding up the lineup, the catcher, Alejandro Guerrero. It's a 3-0 pitch on the way. So 4 straight balls here. Bring me in for a strike, excuse me. So quickly now, Matt Sanchez not letting Reyes go away that easily here in the bottom half of the first inning. Chance for Vet to get some runs on the board, as that one does go upstairs, and we have a first walk of the game. Nick Reyes will take a trot on down the first base as he brings in Jake Martinez. And Martinez coming in here again. We saw Stevens tack on those 2 runs after that stand-up RBI double by Kevin Brashears, the right fielder. Now coming in here, Jake Martinez, a shortstop, had a good stop. It was out number 1 recorded in the top of the first. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0 count. And a beautiful view here from the press box at Whataburger Field. One-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Stevens up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner on first. A beautiful view of the Harbor Bridge, the aquarium, the USS Lexington. Here in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. 1-1 pitch on the way. Runner gonna go. No throw will be made as the pitch goes low and away. Makes it a 2-1 count. Good stop there by Mateo Lara. And Nick Reyes advances 90 feet to second base. In a 2-1 count, currently sitting in here now in the shortstop Martinez. On deck, Tanner Johnson, the UTSA signee. Big pitch coming up here, a 2-1 on the way. Going outside, 3-1. To get on deck, Tanner Johnson. Now Matt Sanchez in danger of walking another batter as a 3-1 count sitting in on the shortstop Martinez. Sanchez kicks and deals, 3-1 on the way. That one just upstairs, now puts runners on first and second. Lead cutting run at second, tying run. Sitting at first, and now a potential leading run sitting at home in the form of Tanner Johnson as the first 2 batters faced off by Matt Sanchez will walk off balls. Brings in third baseman Tanner Johnson. It's Mateo Lara and Matt Sanchez having a quick word on the mound, trying to get some words of encouragement, trying to will him through. They're walking the first 2 batters he sees here in the bottom half of the first inning. And third baseman Tanner Johnson stepping in, the UTSA signee. Sanchez set here the first pitch delivery. Throw back to second on a pickoff. He's going to be there safe. Good throw back here to Jordan Owens. Ray is dodging a bullet, just makes it back, and Preston Rogers not happy with that call. While they discuss, we're going to step away for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early.
Here, Real Sports Live. First pitch now to Tanner Johnson on a pickoff attempt to get Nick Ray as the leadoff runner. He just made it back, and Preston Rogers not happy with that call. First pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-1 count now on the third baseman Johnson. And Tanner Johnson for CC Vet, signing the UTSA a while back. And CC Vet's led by head skipper Lee Yeager. Oh, 1 on the way. This one hit hard down the left. Coming in on it now is Salazar, and it's going to be the shortstop Owens who reels it in, who steps way out of his comfort zone. As out number 1 finally falls after the first 2 batters walk in unison. Fly out to Tanner Johnson. Puts 1 away here in the bottom of the first. This brings in the left fielder, Omar Barrera, now coming in, is playing left field for CC Vets. It was that double here hit by Kevin Brashears that went over the head of Barrera. And Stevens, their first run to come in. So again, runner still sitting on first and second with 1 away after Tanner Johnson just flew out to short. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count now on the left fielder, Amado Barrera. And is Matt Sanchez trying to get something going here? Trying to get a rally start. He already got one out. Looking to get the last two now here in the bottom of the first. CC Vets threatening here with runners on first and second. And that one goes low in the dirt for a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Matt Sanchez kicks and deals, the 1-1 on the way. This one hit sharply here. That's going to be a base hit. Finds the gap between first and second. And now the bases are going to load up here for CC Vets and an overthrown ball. And that's going to bring in the leadoff runner, Nick Reyes, and it's a 1-run game now. It's going to be a double off for Mara, but that off an error. And a sharply hit ball between first and second. Right fielder Kevin Brashear is coming in and overthrows the catcher Mateo Lara, and that allows a run to come in off an error. So now runners sitting at second and third with the tying run at 90 feet away. This brings in the DH Aiden Scott against Scott, DHing for the pitcher Zach Garcia. So 1-2 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss makes it an 0-1 count. Here's now some Sanchez, a little bit of concern and worry here. He's already allowed a run to come in. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard down the right field. That's a base hit and an RBI. And that brings a runner in with runners on the corners. And we're at a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. Beautiful playmaking here. Aiden Scott with the RBI single. Again, finds shallow right. And still one away here. As runners sitting on the corners. This brings in the center fielder, Luke Moya. So we saw the first 5 batters faced by Stevens, and now we see the first 4 CC Vets in what's been a very lengthy first inning. We're either side. Oh, 1 count, pitch on the way. Count evened up at 1-1. It's in there for a strike, makes it a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Runners on the corners. Aiden Scott at first, Amado Barrera at third. Both runners taking a big lead. Garcia fires it in, that one high. Runner gonna go, a pickoff attempt. Now a chance to pick off at third. Successfully stolen base there by Aiden Scott. Now that puts both runners in scoring position with the lead-taking run at third base, the insurance run at second. Big 2-2 pitch on the way. This one hammered hard to center field. Coming in on it now is Lopez, and that's going to drop for a hit. Another RBI. Rounding third here is Scott. He's going to stay put instead. Now again, runners on the corners, and CC Vets takes the lead off an RBI single here by Luke Moya. Can't take nothing away here from Jaden Lopez, who tracked it down perfectly. Just fell a bit short. He did track it down here, but that gives CC Vets the lead. Now the 7th hitter in this lineup, Ryan Ashurst, the second baseman coming in. It's been a very lengthy bottom of the first for San Antonio Stevens defensively. Again, runners on the corners here with still 1 out. This brings in the second baseman, Ryan Ashurst. Pitch on the way. That's a ball, 1-0 count, sitting in on the second baseman. Again, thank you all for tuning in here. Mira's Baseball Classic, the 18th installment of this tournament, coming from Day 3, Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Joe Gomez manning the camera, doing an outstanding job as always. Throw back to first on a pickoff, makes it a 1-0 count currently still on Ryan Ashurst. At bottom of the first, that's seen 3 RBIs, one by Barrera, Scott, and Moya, and they were all consecutively. And there was some cause for concern for CC Vets when they allowed 2 runs here, but they certainly shook it off in the bottom of the first inning. That one misses. That's a 2-0 count. Now sitting in on the second baseman, Ryan Ashurst. A 2-0 count, sitting in on the second baseman. On deck, the first baseman, Bubby Campbell. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one missing. That's a 3-0 count. Now sitting in on the second baseman against San Antonio Stevens out of District 29. 6A finished off with a 22-10 overall record, 11-5 in district. Last year as a number 3 seed. They lost to La Jolla in the area round. CC Vets had that great run. Lost to Dripping Springs in the regional semifinal. Finished off 39-1 overall. 13-3 in district. That one goes in there for a strike, a 3-1 count. So again, 2 teams certainly with playoff experience. Stevens led by head coach Preston Rogers, CC Vets by Lee Yeager. I have to speak with Coach Yeager at our Myra's preview show on Wednesday. That one's in there for a strike. So now Matt Sanchez battling back here on a 3-2 count. Not letting Ryan Ashurst go away. That is after throwing 3 straight balls. Big 3-2 on the way. Runner gonna go. That's strike 3 called. Strikeout number 1 goes to Matt Sanchez here out of San Antonio Stevens. Is 2 away now in the bottom of the first now. That kind of stops the bleeding in a sense for San Antonio Stevens.
First baseman, number 4, Buddy Campbell.
This brings in Bubby Campbell, the first baseman. So the first strikeout again of the game goes towards pitcher Matt Sanchez. First pitch on the way. That one just a bit outside. 1-0 count, now sitting in. Again, defensive setup for San Antonio Stevens. Cook at first, Lopez at second. Bissett at third, Owens at short. Salazar in left, Lopez in center, Brashears in right. And Lada behind the plate, Sanchez on the mound. In there for a strike, outside portion of the zone. 1-1 count, now sitting in here on the first baseman, Bubby Campbell. On deck, the last of the lineup, catcher Alejandro Guerrero. CC Vets about to come full circle here in the top, in the first inning. Big 1-1 on the way. That one just a bit outside, makes it a 2-1 count. First baseman Bubby Campbell sees his first at bat of the game. Runner did steal off that strikeout by Ryan Ashurst as Moya at second. Scott sitting at third. Some more insurance runs here, but San Antonio Stevens trying to stop the bleeding on a 2-1 count. Garcia deals it in, pitch on the way. This one hit hard down the right field, but goes off foul. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Now San Antonio Stevens trying to get something going here defensively. After nearly seeing the full lineup for CC Vents. Big 2-2 pitch on the way. In there and just missing. Now a payoff pitch attempt here. So now drama starting to unfold in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch on the potential final batter. This very lengthy bottom of the first inning. Stevens faithful making some noise here. Matt Sanchez delivers a 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. That one just to inside. He's caught in a pickoff, and he's going to be tagged out trying to steal. And poor base running here results in the out number 3 coming in, but the damage is done as Stevens will leave runners stranded on the corners, but they do take 3 runs back. CC Vets lead 3-2 over San Antonio Stevens after 1 inning of baseball complete. Top of the second we go. Go up here for San Antonio Stevens, Jaden Lopez, Isaac Lopez. and Mateo Lara after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teacher.
Back here to Real Sports Live, top of the second inning, San Antonio Stevens now coming in. Leading things off, the center fielder Jaden Lopez. He's followed by the second baseman Isaac Lopez. And rounding out the 1-2-3 here, Mateo Lara behind the plate.
Center fielder number 10, Jaden Lopez.
Let's start off with Stevens taking the lead after a stand-up RBI double by Kevin Brashears. Results in CC Betts with 3 straight RBIs, makes it a 3-2 ball game here in the top of the second. First pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-1 count. Zach Garcia back for his second inning of work. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count now sitting in on the center fielder Lopez. So Garcia looking to get his first strikeout after Matt Sanchez struck out Ryan Ashurst. That one just missing, 1-2 count now sitting in. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Stevens. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Corpus Christi veterans. The box score here on the video screen and left. That one fouled back, count remains 1-2. And Waterburger Field here in Corpus Christi, a beautiful facility. Just only 17 years old, opened in 2005. This one hammered hard to left. Has a lot of kickback going on it, but just goes foul. That one dinged off the foul pole. Not on the foul pole, but the line on the foul pole in the left field. So 1-2 count remains. Certainly Lopez had some pop in his bat. The second time we've seen that, first time we've seen a hit go like that. Big 1-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, he's in there, strike 3 called. Jaden Lopez will go down as 1 away here in the top of the second inning. As Zach Garcia gets his first strikeout of the day.
Second baseman number 13, Isaac Lopez.
Brings in Isaac Lopez, the second baseman coming in. Missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Getting so now both pitches with the strikeout, Matt Sanchez. Struck out Ryan Ashurst, and now we have Zach Garcia striking out Jaden Lopez, the leadoff hitter here in the top half of the second inning. This one fouled back down the right field grandstand. That one dinged off the roof. Or at least some foul balls can reach here in the press box. We do have open windows. So 1-1 count currently sitting in here on the second baseman, Lopez. This one hit hard to left field. That's a base hit. My second baseman, Lopez, he's going to try to go for extra bases, and he'll stay put at first. First hit here in the top of the second coming in. That's hit number 3 for San Antonio Stevens. Now brings in backstop Mateo Lara. Coming in here, he had lost a wild pitch in the dirt to bring a run in for Corpus Christi veterans. There's a runner on first. Now certainly some damage can be done here by San Antonio Stevens. The tying run at first base. Taking a big lead off. Throw it back to first and a pick off not in time. Once again the infield for CC Vets. Campbell at first, Ashurst at second, Johnson at third, Martinez at short. Garcia on the mound, Guerrero behind the plate, but on the left, Moya in center, and Reyes in right. And as Lara get to see his first pitch, he steps out of the box to regain composure. Catches himself a breather. This one hit hard. That one's going to find the gap between third and short. Another base hit. Now runners on first and second as the tying run now in scoring position. As back-to-back singles by Lopez and Lara here with one out. Brings in Matt Sanchez. So CC Vets using a DH format. Of course, Aiden Scott DHing for Zach Garcia. But San Antonio Stevens electing to use their pitcher last. So Matt Sanchez here rounds up the lineup as a 9-hitter. Big first pitch coming. In there for a strikeout, 1 count. Now it's a pitcher versus pitcher battle. Both with 1 strikeout. Sanchez takes his first at bat. Runners on first and second. Can deal some damage here with an insurance run. The leading run, excuse me, at first and the tying run in second. Takes a big step off the mound, Garcia. Need to be a bit more careful. Could have been a balk. No 1 count still sitting in here on Matt Sanchez. Garcia deals the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, makes it a 0-2 count. Now sitting in on Sanchez. On deck, the top of the lineup, Jordan Owen to let things off with a single in the top of the first inning. Now it's Sanchez set to go in an 0-2 count, looking to get his second strike after striking out the leadoff hitter, Jaden Lopez. 0-2. That one just a bit outside, makes it a 1-2 count here, so Sanchez stays alive and his at-bat continues. Getting on deck, the top of the lineup, shortstop Jordan Owens. He's coming up here on a big 1-2 pitch on the way. In there, strike 3 called. Close and yet to call, but it is a strike. Strikeout number 2 here for Zach Garcia on the day. That's now 2 away here in the top of the second inning.
Shortstop number 9, Jordan Owens.
We go now to the shortstop, Jordan Owens. Zach Garcia already on cloud 9 with 2 strikeouts, takes his dominance on the mound so far. And Jones 1 for 1 singling, or Owens, excuse me, singling in the top of the first. The shortstop takes a little step out of the box, gets himself a breather. And I said it last night in the Camenas field, whenever you come in with runners on first and second and 2 outs, you come in to hit, that gives you some sort of pressure in a sense. I know in my playing days, I dealt that pressure. A hard hit shot, good stop by the third baseman, and a tag on third in time. Tanner Johnson, that's the reason why he signed to UTSA. A great stop, player presented by Josh Moody Loans, a rocket down the left field line, stopped by Johnson, and he dives back to the bag to pick off the runner at second, who goes to third. Well, playmaking right there. So we go to the top, or the bottom half of the second inning. San Antonio Stevens leaves runners stranded on first and second. You're watching Real Sports Live, coming to you from Whataburger Field.
San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
landscape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sun sets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K 3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom of the second inning. Just missed a great play to put it into the top of the second. Setting your screen here, a shot ball, and then Tanner Johnson makes the stop. To bring in here the first hitter in his bottom of the second inning, and then rounds up the lineup, catcher Alejandro Guerrero. He pops this one high to right field, but that one winds up in the seats, 0-1 count. And thank you for tuning in here to day 3 of the Myra's Baseball Classic on Real Sports Live, coming to you from the iconic Whataburger Field, home of the Corpus Christi Hugs, AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. 0-1 pitch on the way. He hammers this one, finds the same place. This one's actually out of the park, foul. It's a no 2 count sitting in here on Alejandro Guerrero. Here's Sanchez looking for his second strikeout, 0-2 on the way. This one hit hard to the second baseman, Lopez, who makes the stop to throw to first in time. Textbook single out. Leadoff hitter Guerrero grounds out with 1 away now. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, this brings us back to the top of the lineup, Nick Reyes.
Number 11, Nick Reyes.
Nick Reyes currently at 1 for 1 after walking in the bottom of the first inning, and we saw Reyes and Martinez on back-to-back walks. Matt Sanchez had a little tough time on the mound, but he's managed to get himself out of that little rut as he's just grounded out the first hitter. This one hit hard and high, but goes off foul. That one lands on the roof of the concourse here at Whataburger Field. Oh, 1 count evens up to a 1-1 after a ball in the dirt. Again on deck, the shortstop, Jake Martinez. And we saw the bottom of the first open up with the first 2 hitters, Reyes and Martinez, walking off balls. 1-1 pitch on the way. This one hit sharply down the right field line, goes off foul. That one was hugging the right field foul line. And a beautiful day for baseball here. Started off with a 76-degree first pitch, now 80 degrees. Expect to heat up to the mid-80s. Here's clouds still lingering here and there, a partly cloudy Saturday afternoon. In the bottom of the second, Sanchez deals the 1-2. That one just low, makes it a 2-2 count. Now sitting in on the right fielder, Nick Reyes. Cook at first, Lopez at second. Becerra at third, Owens at short for Santonio Stevens. Sanchez fires a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Now 2 away. As now we have strikeout number 2 by Matt Sanchez, even up between him and Garcia. Now this brings in the shortstop, Jake Martinez, who comes in.
Number 24, Jake Martinez.
Again, Jake Martinez coming in. First pitch on the way. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. And Sanchez trying to get San Antonio Stevens to a 1-2-3 as that one falls into the zone, 1-1 count. Big 1-1 pitch on the way. This one hits sharply but foul as it takes a few hops. It's a 1-2 count now sitting in. Huge 1-2 on the way. This one hit hard up the middle. It's going to find its way. Good stop by the second baseman to throw to first. Not going to be in time, but Isaac Lopez certainly prevents a base hit and extra innings here. Extra bases coming in. It's a great stop by the second baseman. That's going to be a hit here to keep seeding alive for Corpus Christi Vets as Tanner Johnson, the third baseman, comes in.
Third baseman, number 5, Tanner Johnson.
Tanner Johnson comes in for his second at bat, and he hits this one sharply. Center fielder Lopez going back on it. That one's over his head. Rounding third here now. Martinez, he's going to come in. So a stand-up RBI double for Tanner Johnson. And a CC Vets makes it a 4-2 game.
Left fielder, number 32, Omar Barrera.
Hard hit shot. Take a look at the replay presented by Scott Dryland. That one sealed over the head of the center fielder, Jaden Lopez. So stand-up RBI double here for Tanner Johnson. This brings in Omar Barrera. Omar Barrera 1-for-1 after the RBI double in the bottom of the first. Gave CC Vets their first run. And runner sitting here at second base. That pitch high evens up the count at 1-1. And ball 1 strike 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning with the runner in second in the form of Tanner Johnson, who takes a big lead off. Fires a throwback. That one skips off. They got a piece of Johnson. He tried to slide back. On deck, the DH Aiden Scott. Scott DHing for Zach Garcia, who's on the mound with 2 strikeouts. His counterpart, Matt Sanchez for San Antonio Stevens, with 2 strikeouts after striking out the second hitter, Nick Reyes. 1-1 on the way. Big swing and a miss makes it a 1-2 count. Sanchez kicks and deals, the 1-2 on the way. Going outside, evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A lot of 2s on your screen right there. But here, the potential final hitter for CC Vets, trying to keep the inning alive here in the bottom of the second. Two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 3 here for Matt Sanchez, now retired aside. Thanks to an RBI double by Tanner Johnson, CC Vets takes a 2-run lead. 2 innings of baseball complete, the top of the third after this. You're watching Real Sports Live, coming to you from Whataburger Field.
And career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, because the...
Back here at Real Sports Live, top of the third inning, leading things off now. The Kevin Brashear is the right fielder. I can't the wrong line of card. Kevin Brashear is 1 for 1 after that RBI double, and he hits one hard and high. Going on in the shortstop here is Martinez, who steps out and foul in outfield territory and reels it in. Leadoff hitter Kevin Brashear flies out to get things started in the top of the third. He'll go 1 for 2 again. After a single by Owens, Kevin Brashear's that RBI stand-up double. If San Antonio Stevens lead, ever since then it's been CC Vets in control. They tacked on another RBI double by Tanner Johnson in the bottom of the second inning. Springs in Jose Becerra. Becerra 0 for 1 here after grounding out in the top of the first inning. He takes his second at-bat of the ball game. Pitch on the way. Yes, swing it hard, back going on in the second baseman. He's going to skip out of his glove. That's going to be a single here for Jose Becerra. He'll go 1 for 2. That one just got over the glove of the second baseman, Ryan Ashurst. Now a runner at first for San Antonio Stevens as this brings in Gabriel Cook. Gabriel Cook go for 1 after flying out. In that top of the first inning, he was the second out. Again, we saw that very lengthy top of the first with those 1, 2, 3 consecutively to put an end to that inning. That one missing. That's a 1-0 count sitting in here now on Cook. Again, Cook go for 1 in the top of the first. His second at bat to work, the lefty out of San Antonio. Zach Garcia with 2 strikeouts. Matt Sanchez with 3 for San Antonio Stevens. And we saw Garcia strike out Lopez and Sanchez to start off the top of the second and end the top of the second. Big 1-0 and a throwback to first in the dirt, not in time. And still a 1-0 count sitting on the first baseman, Cook. Left fielder Manuel Salazar on deck for the Falcons out of 29-6A. CC Vets out of 29-5A. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1 count. Is that wind now starting to blow in just a bit here from about the north-northeast. Not too windy here at the ballpark. Throw back to first on the pickoff, not in time, so still a 1-1 count sitting in on the first baseman, Gabriel Cook. To get on deck, the left fielder, Manuel Salazar. All right, throw it back to first. And 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for San Antonio Stevens. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for CC Vets. So 1-1 count sitting in as Garcia keeps on throwing back to first. Garcia keeps on taking that big lead. 1-1 on the way. This one fouled off into the dugout. 1-2 count. Again, still a 1-2 count currently sitting in here as Cook continuing the battle, but we've seen 3 pitches, or 3 times in this at-bat, a throw back to first trying to pick off Jose Becerra. So another throwback right there, and he's going to make it back to the bag safely. Becerra here testing the waters, keeps on taking a big lead off first. So 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss, drop strike. They're going to say it's a foul ball. So we out number 2, excuse me. So Cook will go 0 for 2 as this brings in Manuel Salazar.
Manny Salazar.
And Manny Salazar coming in 0 for 1 after flying out in the top of the first. He was that final out. He comes in for his second at-bat of the evening. And a runner in scoring position at second base in the form of Jose Becerra. Pitch on the way. Down low and away, 1-0 count. Good stop right there by Guerrero behind the plate. And from home plate to the backstop, it's a pretty lengthy distance, so a few runs, a few extra bases can come in. If one gets past, we saw that happen where CC Vet's got to run off a wild pitch. First pitch on the way. Out in there for a strike. It's the first strike thrown in here to this at-bat. Thank you for all tuning in here from Waterbury Field. A big swing and a miss, a 1-2 count now sitting in here. Potential final hitter in this top half of the third inning, Manuel Salazar, currently on a 1-2 count, 0 for 1 on the day after flying out in the top of the first inning. Garcia looking for out number 3 and his possible third strikeout. He gets this sign, a big 1-2 pitch on the way as Garcia deals it in. In there, strike 3 called. San Antonio Stevens will leave a runner stranded on second as Zach Garcia gets his third strikeout of the afternoon. To the bottom of the third we go. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step.
Matt here to Real Sports Live, coming to you from Day 3 of the Myra's Baseball Classic, the 18th installment of this one from Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas, home of the Corpus Christi Hooks. Getting things off here in the bottom of the third inning. DH Aiden Scott is followed by the center fielder Luke Moya. There's one missing for a ball, 1-0 count now on the DH Scott. Aiden Scott with an RBI single in the bottom of the first. What saw those 3 runs coming in as Corpus Christi veterans quickly bounced back after Stevens sacked on 2 in the top half of the first inning. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one well outside. Evens up a 2-0 count. Getting on deck, Luke Moya, the center fielder. Luke Moya also that RBI single. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one just a bit upstairs. A 3-0 count now sitting in on the DH, Aiden Scott. Again, Scott DHing for Zach Garcia, who just picked up his 3rd strikeout to end the top of the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way. That one goes in there for a strike, 3-1 count. So Sanchez not letting Scott go away that easily. It's a big 3-1 pitch on the way. That one fouled back, makes it a 3-2 count. Yeah, 3-2 count currently sitting in. Three-two on the way. That one fouled back as Scott continuing to battle off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, the leadoff hitter. Again, Luke Moy, the center fielder, on deck. This one hammered hard to center field, but it's going to be popped up high. Owens tracks it down, reels it in just shy of the outfield, 1 away. Leadoff hitter Aiden Scott flies out. He'll go 1 for 2 here in his first 2 at-bats as he brings in Luke Moya, the center fielder. Luke Moya RBIing with a single in the bottom of the 1st inning. Gregory Portland just defeats Edinburgh Vela 6-4, of course, out of 29-5-8, another powerhouse. They're arguably the most competitive district in Texas high school baseball. A 1-0 count currently sitting in here on Luke Moya. And Moya, the second hitter in this 1-2-3 lineup in the bottom of the 3rd. Matt Sanchez looking for his 4th strikeout. This is behind on a 1-0 count, pitch on the way. That one just a bit outside. Now 2-0 count for Moya. Ryan Ashurst, the second baseman, on deck for CC Vets. And CC Vets led by head skipper Lee Yeager. Going in there for a strike, 2-1 count. Lee Yeager, I was speaking to him. A lot of the coaches here from the Coastal Bend at the Myra's pre-show on Wednesday here from Myra Sports and more on Real Sports Live. Still available on rewatch. The hard hit shot to the 3rd baseman gets stopped there by Becerra. The throw across the diamond in time. Quickly 2 away as a fly out and a ground out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Talk about a great stop there by Jose Becerra. Stopped it on his knees and the throw across the diamond in time to Gabriel Cook at first. This brings in the second baseman, Ryan Ashurst. Ryan Ashurst currently 0 for 1 after striking out. It was Matt Sanchez's 1st strikeout of the day. And a pitching change going to happen here. So we're going to step away for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live. Looks like Matt Sanchez's day is done with 3 strikeouts. New pitcher coming in here for San Antonio Stevens. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Staples Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staples Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staples Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Bend and RGV, and supporting all our local sportsmen.
Back here at Real Sports Live, 2 ways. A new pitcher coming in. Matt Sanchez has been pulled at 3 strikeouts here, midway through the bottom of the 3rd. Devin Asadi now on the mound as he takes his warm-ups. We'll step away for a few moments. 2 away, nobody on base. CC Veterans leads San Antonio Stevens 4 runs to 2. You're watching Real Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Lead has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
We are the Clinton High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports
Woo! Back to the Rio Sports Live. Once again, Devin Asadi now on the mound for San Antonio Stevens after Preston Rogers pulls Matt Sanchez. He deals in the first pitch. That one in there for a strike. 0-1 count as he faces off against the second baseman Ryan Ashurst. Ryan Ashurst 0 for 1 after being strikeout number 1 for Matt Sanchez in the bottom of the first inning. And so Asadi on the mound starts off with a strike pitch on the way. Now an outside evens it up at 1-1. And coming to you from the day 3 of the Myers Baseball Classic here on Real Sports Live. 1-1 on the way. That one missing. 2-1 count. Now sitting in on the second baseman Ashurst, who's a potential final hitter after Scott flew out. Then Moya grounds out to the third. Baseman Jose Becerra to put 2 away now here in the bottom half of the inning. 2-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss makes it a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So my dad likes to call it la cuenta de los tres patos. Resembling 3 ducks floating in a river. Asadi trying to get this final out. 2-2 on the way. In there, strike 3 called for a swing and a miss. Devin Asadi makes his presence felt on the first hitter he faces, strikes him out. 1-2-3 inning here for San Antonio Stevens defensively as they go back on offense here in the top of the 4th. CC Vet still leads 4-2. You're watching Real Sports Live, coming to you from the iconic Whataburger Field.
Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Real Sports Live, top of the 14th, leading things off, the center fielder Jaden Lopez. As he led things to start off in the top of the 2nd, he struck out. Now he leads off again in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 count once again. Devin Asadi now pitching for San Antonio Stevens. Gets his first strikeout on the first hitter he faces in the form of second baseman Ryan Ashurst. Ashurst now 0 for 2 after striking out in all his current at-bats. An 0-1 pitch on the way. Just missing. 1-1 count now sitting in. Big 1-1 pitch on the way. Now just outside, now 1-2-1 count sitting in. And thank you for tuning in here on Saturday afternoon from Whataburger Field. Ruben Rodriguez on the call, Joe Gomez on the camera. 2-1 pitch currently sitting in. In there for a strike, evens it up at 2-2. In the top of the fourth inning. Leadoff hitter Lopez here will strike out. And out number 1 here in the top of the fourth inning.
With institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now.
Here's swing and a miss for Jaden Lopez as Isaac Lopez now comes in as a strikeout. Number 4 dealt by Zach Garcia continues on the mound for Jaegers Veterans Memorial Eagles. It's a hard hit fly ball to left. Back going on, and now is Barrera. It's going to stay fair for a hit as he's going to go ahead and they're going to rule it foul. He's going to be rounding third. He's going to try to go home for an inside the park home run. And that one's an inside the park home run. Looked like it was foul deep in the corner. Just hold up a minute, folks, here as we see the umpire signaling foul. The umpire going to rule it a foul ball. As they're going to rule it inside the park. So Isaac Lopez with a huge inside the park home run.
The catcher, number 11, Mateo.
San Antonio Stevens cuts it down here to a 1-run game. Now Mateo Lada coming in here with 1 away. In there for a strike, 0-1 count. Inside the park, right side of your screen. That one just stayed fair. Grandstand in the way. That one stayed here. It was being signaled off foul, but they're going to roll it inside the park home. That's a hard hit shot to center field. Bad going on here is Moya, who reads it in and reels it in. Mateo Lada will fly out here. That's Devin Asadi now coming in here to hit. And Matt Sanchez's day is done. Sanchez is going to finish off 0 for 1 from the plate after striking out in the top of the second. Devin Asadi comes in for his first at bat. And Matt Sanchez no longer on the mound. They're being pulled in the bottom half of the third inning, excuse me. Devin Asadi steps in, sees a strike. Again, good read right there by Luke Moya. Wheels it in center field again. Center field deep, 400 flat. This one shot foul down the left field line. No 2 count now sitting in here on Asadi. On deck the top of the lineup, shortstop Jordan Owens. Garcia waiting his sign here from Guerrero and gets it, kicks and deals, the 0-2 on the way. This one hit hard and a line drive caught there by Tanner Johnson, who catches a bullet of a line drive towards third base. Inside the park home run comes in here by Isaac Lopez in the top of the fourth to make it a 1-run game. CC Vet still on top 4-3. You're watching Real Sports Live. Let's take a look at the line drive here. There's a bullet launched. Maya Asadi and Tanner Johnson just reels it in with these. Rocket of a shot. He catches that one. Bottom of the fourth we go after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead staffing, putting people to work, and changing lives daily.
We are the Clinton High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports Live. Woo!
uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom of the fourth inning, leading things off here. The first baseman, Bubby Campbell, he's followed by the catcher, Alejandro Guerrero. Then to the top of the lineup we go with Nick Reyes, the right fielder. That pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Again, Devin Asadi now on the mound, replacing Matt Sanchez midway through the bottom of the third inning. Maybe just tuning in, we missed a heck of a line drive caught by Tanner Johnson at third base, the UTSA signee. That one's in there for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. Here, Bobby Campbell leading things off the first base, and he's 0-for-1 after grounding out to a double play. They retired a very lengthy bottom of the first. That one goes for a ball, 2-1 count. 4-3 game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Thank you for tuning in to Day 3 of the Myra's Baseball Classic, the 18th installment of this tournament. 2-1 on the way. In there for a strike, makes it a 2-2 count. Now sitting in on the first baseman, Bubby Campbell. Catcher Alejandro Guerrero on deck for CC veterans for Lee Yeager's Ball Club. Big 2-2 pitch on the way. Now an outside, now full count sitting in on Bubby Campbell. It's a huge 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. That one well outside. That's going to be a leadoff hitter to walk on down the first. This brings in Alejandro Guerrero, the catcher. Now Lauda having a quick go with the Saudi.
A.G. Guerrero.
A.G. Guerrero, I'd like to call him. A runner on first, a chance for CC Vets to get some more runs back after allowing one to come in off an inside the park home run in the top half of the fourth. Big pitch coming up here to start things off, and the second hitter faced by starting this one a bunt. And then just go foul. And Stevens with 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Corpus Christi Vets with 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. No error, excuse me. It's an 0-1 count now sitting in here on A.G. Guerrero. Again, Asadi on the mound, Lauda behind the plate, Cook at first, Lopez at second, Becerra at third, Owens at short. Infield for San Antonio Stevens. Throw back to first on a pickoff, not in time. Salazar on left, Lopez in center, Brashears in right. 0-1 count currently sitting in here. Asadi fires, now a bunt. That one's going to stay fair. Asadi going to try to pick it up. The throw to first going to be in time. Sack bunt here now by Alejandro Guerrero. He'll go 0-for-2 from the plate today. Puts one away, but the runner moves up 90 feet after a sack bunt by the catcher, A.G. Guerrero. This brings us back to the top of the lineup. Nick Reyes, the right fielder.
Number 11, Nick Reyes.
Nick Reyes, 1-for-2, walked in the bottom of the first inning. He struck out in the bottom of the second. He comes in for his third at-bat of the day. One away here in the bottom half of the fourth inning once again. Bobby Campbell walked. He was advanced to second off a sack bunt by Alejandro Guerrero. This one popped up high. Second baseman Owens trying to track it down in the outfield. and reels it in. So out number 2 comes in here in the bottom of the 4th. Now this brings it to Jake Martinez. Shortstop here. Martinez 2 for 2, walked in the bottom of the 1st and singled in the bottom of the 2nd. Comes in here with 2 away and a runner on second here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's just a bit too inside, 1-0 count sitting in here on the shortstop Martinez. Martinez is 2 for 2 from the plate today, looking to go 3 for 3 possibly. Devin Asadi here struck out to end the bottom of the 3rd, looks to do the same here in this side of the inning. That one misses here, a 2-0 count sitting in now on Martinez, who held off in a very close pitch. On the way. In there for a strike, a 2-1 count now sitting in. Big pitch on the way. I don't know, a 3-1 count now sitting in here on Jake Martinez. That one high and outside now puts runners on 1st and 2nd. So we start off top bottom of the 4th with a walk. Now we have another walk right here as Martinez trots on down to first base. That puts runners on 1st and 2nd. This brings in Tanner Johnson, the 3rd baseman. And Tanner Johnson, the last time he was on the bat, he did some damage with an RBI double in the bottom half of the 2nd inning.
The 3rd baseman, number 5, Tanner Johnson.
And Tanner Johnson caught that line drive in the top of the 4th. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard to the 2nd baseman. Lopez going to reel it in. Chance for a force out at 2nd, not in time. So Tanner Johnson will single off a fielder's choice, a chance to pick a runner off. At 2nd, and both runners here now advance 90 feet, but now the base is loaded for San Antonio Stevens as the jam continuing here. And again, another classic case of so close, but yet so far. And it's Johnson gets on off a fielder's choice. This brings in the left fielder, Homer Barrera. Mar Barrera coming in. That one skips off a wild pitch, and 1 run's going to come in. And once again, we see a wild pitch in the bottom of the 2nd bring a run in. Now one comes in the bottom of the 4th inning. As CC Vets takes a 2-run lead to make it 5-3 here. That puts runners on 2nd and 3rd. Here's trouble starting to brew here now as a 1-0 count currently sitting in on the left fielder, Amar Barrera. It's just missing, a 2-0 count now sitting in on the left fielder. Big 2-0 pitch on the way. That one skips off, and another run's going to come in off a wild pitch. And 2 back-to-back wild pitches to make it a 3-0 count on Barrera, and it makes it a 3-run lead as things starting to spiral out of control for San Antonio Stevens here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And what's been a very hectic bottom half of this 4th inning, now with the lone runner sitting at 3rd base. Former Tanner Johnson. Johnson taking a big lead off 3rd again as a 3-0 count remaining in on Barrera. Left fielder going to step out of the box, catch himself a breather. It's a big 3-0 pitch on the way. That one just 2 inside. That puts runners on the corners for CC Vets. It is now brings in here Aiden Scott, the DH. Aiden Scott 1 for 2. He RBI'd in one of his first at-bats.
DH number 14, Aiden Scott.
In here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, Aiden Scott coming in with runners on the corners. Again, Scott 1 for 2, RBI, single in the bottom of the 1st, and then flew out in the bottom of the 3rd. CC Vets here with another runner threatening at 3rd in the form of Tanner Johnson. Wow, about it at 1st. This one hit hard and high. Second baseman Lopez coming in on it. Going to be called off by Owens, who reels it in. So a lengthy bottom half of the 4th inning results in 3 runs coming in to make it a 6-3 ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. CC Vets will leave runners stranded on the corners. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Independent School District, the best choice.
In a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets.
Back here to the top half of the 5th inning. Corpus Christi veterans now leading 6-3 after bringing in some runs off some wild pitches. Garcia comes on the mound. A hard hit shot by leadoff hitter Jordan Owens. Coming in on it is Moyo. He's going to track it down, reels it in with ease. Out number 1 quickly here in the top half of the 5th inning. Leadoff hitter Jordan Owens flies out to get things started off. Now coming in, Kevin Brashears. Again, is 1 for 2, but that 1 for 2, a big stand-up RBI double, and gave Stevens the lead in the bottom half of the 1st inning. And coming to you from game 1 of 3 of Whataburger Field here on 18th Annual Myra's Baseball Classic on Real Sports Live. In there for a strike, 0-1 count, sitting in here on the right fielder, Kevin Brashears. And as Zach Garcia has already dealt 4 strikeouts, his counterpart Devin Asadi with 1, but we started off when Matt Garcia got pulled in the bottom of the 3rd. That one's in there for a strike, and 0-2 count now sitting in. Matt Garcia finished off with 3 strikeouts. Big pitch on the way, and 0-2 count, a chance for Garcia to get his 5th K of the day. Big 0-2. This one hit hard. Good stop by the shortstop, and that one's going to get off his glove. No throw will be made. But Jake Martinez with full extension. That one just coming out of his glove. That's going to be a hit here for San Antonio Stevens.
Third baseman number 21, Jose Becerra.
It's Jose Becerra now coming in. Rolled 7 hits now for Stevens. No one counts sitting in here on Becerra, the third baseman. Becerra 1 for 2, grounded out in the top of the first and singled in the top of the third. So throw back to first to try to pick off for Shears. It's a big 0-1 pitch on the way. Throw it back on a pickoff. Not going to get him. Few CC Vets faithful not happy with that call. Coming to you from historic Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Throw it back. Time here, so again, no one count still in here on the third baseman, Jose Becerra. Tries to get something going here defensively. Taking a big lead off first still. Steers again at first, Becerra. Trying to bring a run as that one skips off the dirt, evens up the count at 1-1. In the third baseman, 1 for 2, grounded out in the top of the first and singled in the top of the third inning. Down 3 runs, but hasn't been a lack for trying as CC Vets. Has racked up only 5 hits, 6 runs and no errors, while Stevens 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Throw back to first to pick off for Shears, not in time as a 1-1 count remains on third baseman Becerra. First baseman Gabriel Cook on deck for the Stevens Falcons. Big 1-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, runner going, and a pickoff, not in time. So now 1-2 count sits in as Brashear successfully steals second by just a hair. So 1-2 count still remains on Becerra. Big chance for Zach Garcia to get out number 2. He's certainly ahead on the count by 1. Big 1-2 pitch coming on the way. Kicks and deals. This one fouled back. 1-2 count remains here on the third baseman, Jose Becerra. It's getting on deck Gabriel Cook, who's 0 for 2 from the plate today. Big 1-2 count currently sitting in here. Garcia deals it in. This one hammered hard to left field. That one's just gonna go foul, so a 1-2 count remains. So the suspense continuing to build here with the runner on second in the form of Kevin Brashears, who just stole a few moments ago. Becerra sitting in here on a 1-2 count, continuing to battle things off after fouling off the last 2. Garcia just trying to get the second now as he waits his sign from Guerrero and gets it. In the windup, 1-2 pitch on the way. This one hit hard to left, back going on, and now is Barrera, who steps under it. No runner will tag up. It's 2 away now here. Both outs in this top of the 5th have been off flyouts.
First baseman number 19, Gabriel Cook.
This brings in Gabriel Cook, the first baseman who's 0 for 2 from the plate today. Flew out in the top of the first and flew out once again in the top of the third inning. Garcia keeping an eye on Brashears on second, pitch on the way. That one skips off. He ruled a foul ball, 0-1 count. I'm gonna say he got hit, he got a piece of the hitter. So Cook will get on first with runners on the corners now for San Antonio Stevens. Now this brings in Manuel Salazar. Salazar currently 0 for 2, flying out in the top of the first and then struck out in the top of the third inning. Again, no activity yet in the bullpen so far. First pitch on the way here towards the left fielder. Runners on first and second here, excuse me. It's a 1-0 count, currently sitting in here on Salazar. One 1-0 pitch on the way. This one shot foul down the left field line, evens up the count at 1-1. Ball 1 strike, 2 away here in the top half of the 5th inning. Runners on first and second. Cook, after being hit by a pitch, advances on the first, while Brashear still on second after stealing a few moments ago. Set to deal this one in, the 1-1. Brashear nearly gets out of trouble right there. Pitch on the way. Throw back on a pickoff. That one skips off the glove. No runners are going to take a chance, and they stay put at first and second. It's a 2-1 count currently now sitting in on Manny Salazar. On deck, Jaden Lopez, the center fielder. After Isaac Lopez, who got that inside the park home run in the bottom half. Top half of the 4th inning, excuse me. Deals in. Going to pick off Brashears again. Brashears and Cook taking big leads off first and second. They test out the waters. They're going to draw a possible balk. It's a 2-1 pitch on the way. That one skips off the dirt. Good stop by A.G. Guerrero behind the plate. Means a 3-1 count now on the left fielder Salazar. Again, center fielder Jaden Lopez on deck, who's 0 for 2. He struck out his first 2 at-bats throughout this ball game. Big 3-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, and full count now sitting in here. So drama continuing to build here. Runners on first and second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Again on deck, center fielder Jaden Lopez. Zach Garcia just trying to get CC Vets out of a jam. Waits his sign from Guerrero and gets it. Kicks and deals, 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called as he checks swing, but he couldn't hold back. A strikeout number 5 for Zach Garcia leaves runners stranded on first and second for the Falcons as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're...
Back here at Real Sports Live, bottom of the fifth inning, new pitching change for San Antonio Stevens as Juan Robles now on the mound. He takes his warm-ups. We go down now here to the bottom of the fifth. We'll step away for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? So Padre.
Back here at Real Sports Live, coming to you now from the bottom of this fifth inning. Juan Robles now on the mound for the Stevens Falcons, facing off against the center fielder Luke Moya to begin this bottom of the fifth inning. Now on high for a 1-0 count, sitting again. Moya currently 1 for 2 from the plate today. RBI single in the bottom of the first and grounded out in the bottom of the third inning. Coming to you live from Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. 1-0 pitch on the way. Now one missing a 2-0 count. Now sitting in here on the center fielder Moya. NCC races to take on Burleson Centennial up next here on Real Sports Live. Our 2-3 game slate coming to you from Whataburger Field. 2-0 on the way. 3-0 count sitting in here on the center fielder Moya. Second baseman Ryan Ashurst on deck for CC Vets. Big 3-0 on the way. That one skips off the dirt. Now the leadoff hitter going on first after walking. Duke Moya will now go 2 for 3 from the play as this brings in Ryan
Ashurst.
Ryan Ashurst now coming in. And Ryan Ashurst 0 for 2, striking out in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the third inning. Hitch in their first strike. Once again, Juan Robles now on the mound for San Antonio Stevens. Pulling Devin Asadi a few moments ago. In the infield, still staying the same for the Stevens Falcons. Cook at first, Lopez at second, Bissett at third, Owens at short. Yo one on the way. This one hit up the middle. Good stop here. That one gets under the glove of Owens, who read that one easily, but that one just veered off his glove. Now runners on first and second here. Single by Ryan Ashurst in the bottom of the fifth. That's his first hit of the day. This brings in the first baseman, Bubby Campbell. Bubby Campbell 1 for 2, grounded out to a double play in the bottom of the first and walked in the bottom of the fourth inning.
High School, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Runners on first and second. Campbell takes a big swing and a miss for a strike, 0-1 count. Coming to you from Whataburger Field. Home of the Corpus Christi Hugs, AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. It's a big 0-1 pitch on the way. This one back bunt here. Throw to first, going to be in time. A sack bunt moves up the runners here by Bubby Campbell. Our runner sitting here at second and third with one away in the bottom half of the fifth inning. This brings in A.G. Guerrero.
The catcher number 6, A.G. Guerrero.
AG Guerrero currently 0 for 2 after a ground out and a sack bunt in the bottom of the 4th innings. He steps in for his 3rd at bat of the day in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Sees one go in for a strikeout, 1 count. Getting insurance runs, one at 90 feet away, one at second. So 1 count still remains the same here now on AG Guerrero. That one skips outside, 1-1 count. Big pitch on the way. This one hit hard to right field, but just going to go off foul. 1-2 count now sitting in here on Guerrero. On deck, the top of the line of Nick Reyes. Nick Reyes, who's 1 for 3 from the plate, is the leadoff hitter, playing right field for CC Vets. There's a 1-2 count currently sitting in. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard to right field. Back going on is Brashears. Tracks it down. Runner tagging up from 3rd. The throw gonna be in time. Double play here caught by Kevin Brashears. Then picks off the runner tagging up from 3rd. And we're gonna stay 6-3 here as we go to the top of the 6th. Particular replay presented by Josh Jones. A high ball reeled in by Brashears, who gets a long throw in and finds the catcher Mateo Lotto, who picks off the leadoff runner from 3rd. To the top of the 6th we go. CC Vets still leads 6-3. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Lead has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staples Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staples Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staples Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports now.
Back here at Real Sports Live, top of the 6th, hitting things off here, the center fielder Jaden Lopez. He's followed by Isaac Lopez. A hard hit shot, and that one just goes foul. 1 count down the left field line. Thank you for tuning in here to day 3 of the Myers Baseball Classic, coming to you from Waterburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Joe Gomez manning the camera. Rudy Zamaripa out in center field manning a camera. Have a little treat for y'all with the multi-camera view in our next 2 games. No 1 count currently sitting in. Hit pitch coming up here, no one on the way. That one misses for a ball, 1-1 count. Big 1-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard and high. Going on the center fielder is Moya, who lost his hat but reels it in. Out number 2. Out number 1, excuse me. One away here in the top of the 6th inning, brings in Isaac Lopez. Isaac Lopez 2 for 2, including an inside the park home run in the top half of the 4th inning. So to go 3 for 3 on the day. He's the lone hitter to go 2 for 2 from either side. Missing for a ball, 1-0 count. And it's a big 1-1 pitch now on the way. 1-0 pitch, excuse me. Now one missing, can make it a 2-0 count now, sitting in on Isaac Lopez. In the CC vet infield, Campbell at first, Ashers at second, Johnson at third, Martinez at short, but it on left, Moya in center, Reyes in right. Guerrero behind the plate, Garcia still on the mound with 5 strikeouts through 6 innings of work. Now it skips off the dirt now, a 3-0 count sitting in here on Isaac Lopez, the second baseman, looking to go 3 for 3 from the plate today. Big 3-0 pitch on the way. This one yanked foul. 3-1 count now sitting in here on Isaac Lopez. Lopez playing second base for San Antonio Stevens. Garcia waits his sign here from Guerrero and gets it. Lopez steps back down to the box. 3-1 on the way. This one hit to the shortstop, Martinez, who makes the stop, steps into it, the throw in time, 2 away. Out number 2 is Isaac Lopez on a very lengthy at-bat, sees a 3-1 count, then grounds out to the shortstop, Jake Martinez. Connects to Bubby Campbell at first to put 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. This brings in the catcher, Mateo Lara.
The catcher, number 11, Mateo Lara.
Mateo Lara currently 1 for 2 in the top of the 2nd, singling and flew out in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard. Back to the shortstop, but that one just gets over his glove, and that's going to be a hit for Lara. So he'll go 2 for 3 from the plate. Great times there by Zach Martinez. That one just skipped over his glove. So the runner here on first, so this inning not over yet. With 2 away, it puts up Juan Robles now coming in to hit. Devin Azadi getting pulled a few moments ago. He's going to finish off 0 for 1 from the plate after lining out in the top of the 4th inning. Go to Juan Robles here in the top half of the 6th inning with 2 away. We're 10 minutes away from nearing a 2-hour game. And we started off with first pitch at exactly 10 o'clock. Temperature has gone up. It's 85 degrees now here in Corpus. The first pitch is at 10 o'clock flat. Juan Robles here again taking his first stab after coming in to pitch in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Throw it back to first on a pickoff, not in time.
Running at first base for the Falcons, number 5, Robert Cardenas.
This one hit hard, gonna land up in the outfield for a base hit, so runners advance to first and second. Juan Robles gets it done with a single here to keep the inning alive for San Antonio Stevens. This brings us back to the top of the lineup, Jordan Owens.
The shortstop, number 9, Jordan Owens.
And Jordan Owens currently not having the best day from the plate, 1 for 3. Singled in the top of the first line, down in the top of the 4th. And flew out here in the top of the 4th as well. Pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. And Zach Garcia with 5 strikeouts looking to get CC Vets out of this jam with runners on first and second. Estrada sitting at second, Robles sitting at first. Jordan owns the tying run at the plate on a 2-0 count. And San Antonio Stevens here just trying to bring some runs in the late stage of this ball game, coming to the top of the 6th inning. The 2-0 count currently sitting in here now on the shortstop owns the leadoff hitter, the top of the lineup. Garcia deals in the 2-0 on the way. That one just slow. Now a 3-0 count sitting in here on the shortstop owns. And on deck, the right fielder, Kevin Brashears, who had that heck of a double play, catching the fly out and right, then picking off the runner, tagging it from third in the bottom half of the 5th inning. He currently waits on deck. The 3-0 on the way. Check swing in there for a strike. 3-1 count now sitting in. So Garcia not going to let Owens go away that easily here in the top half of the 6th inning. Still in danger of loading up the bases with a possible walk or can bring a run with a big hit. Garcia kicks and deals, a 3-1 on the way. This one hit hard down to center field. Going behind it is Moya, who reels it in, now retire the side. So San Antonio Stevens continues to threaten, but they leave runners stranded on first and second. The CC Vet still holds on to the 6-3 lead as we go now to the bottom half of the 6th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back here, Real Sports Live, bottom half of the 6th inning. We do apologize. Coming back on the air, leading things off. The right fielder, Nick Reyes, and a hard hit shot to center field. That one going to be copping off the glove of Lopez. Going to go for extra bases. As a stand-up double to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. That one shot towards the center fielder, Jaden Lopez. He tracked it down, but just popped out of his glove. Brings in the shortstop, Jake Martinez. As Nick Reyes now goes 2 for 4 from the plate. Jake Martinez currently 3 for 3. Walked in the bottom of the 1st and in the bottom of the 4th and got that big hit in the bottom of the 2nd inning as he comes in for a sport that bat of the afternoon. Missing for a ball, 1-0 count now on the shortstop, Martinez. On the way. Missing, that's a 2-0 count now sitting in. Big 2-0 on the way. That one skips off the dirt. Runner going to advance on down to third. It's off a wild pitch that goes off the catcher. Allows Rays to advance 90 feet to third. So an insurance run now at third base. There's a 3-0 count remaining in. Pitch on the way. And there for a strike, 3-1 count. Again, a windy afternoon coming in from about the north-northeast. We face the outfield. They have the Lexington in the background. Harbor Bridge in the background. This one hit hard. That one going to go foul. Now 3-2 count sitting in here on Jake Martinez. On deck, the third baseman Tanner Johnson, who's 2 for 3 from the plate. Third hitter in order here in this bottom half of the 6th inning. We go to the full 7 in a few moments. We're about to hit a game time of 2 hours and 2 minutes. Currently 12:58. We went live at 10 o'clock. Our first pitch at 10 o'clock. Or 11 o'clock, excuse me. So it's going to be a walk here now. Puts runners on the corners for CC Vets. They're going to go ahead and rule out the ball game due to time constrictions. CC Vets is going to win this one.
Final score: the Evans Memorial Eagles 6 and the Stevens Falcons 3.
Your Real Sports Live, our final score here, 6-3. The final count, we'll give it to you. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for San Antonio Stevens. 6 hits, 7 errors. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for CC Vets. This game still here. Go to our Real Sports Line, player of the game. Get to third baseman Tanner Johnson with that stand-up RBI double and a single, 2 for 3 from the plate. San Antonio Stevens goes down here, and CC Vets wins this one 6-3 to advance to the final games later today at 5 o'clock. Our next game after this takes on Corpus Christi Moody versus Burleson Centennial out of Dallas Fort Worth. Signing off for now on behalf of myself, Joe Bowling, Joe Gomez, I'm Bruce Rodriguez saying so long, but not goodbye as game 2 between Corpus Christi Array and Burleson Centennial after this.